Hi, I am 28 years old. I am the face of child abuse, child neglect, and sexual abuse. From the time I was a toddler, I want to raise awareness about what happens. People see children that have been going through it. They not too often get to see the adults that have gone through it and came out on the other side. I'm doing this today. I'm not trying to put on makeup and be pretty, and that's not what this is about. It is about a real struggle, a real battle that many people don't want to talk about. There's a stigma attached to it. You generally don't want to open up about it. I've struggled my entire life. I remember going to bed every single night as a child. I recall these moments from the time I was 4 years old. I would go to bed and cry and cry and cry. I was so scared. If I would hear footsteps coming towards my room, I would become so tense and so afraid that somebody was going to open that door and walk in. And if it was my dad, that he was going to beat me. He was drunk and he was looking to hurt me. Or if it was my mother, she was going to sexually assault me. They say as a child that age, you don't know it's wrong, but you do. You feel like it's wrong, and it's scary. It hurts really bad. And I lived that way until I was 9 years old. My parents got divorced. My dad, the lesser of the two evils, was able to get custody of my brother and I. He didn't want us naturally. He sent us to live with my grandmother. That was the best years of my life. For the first time in my entire life, I had no fear. I had no worries. I was loved deeply. For the first time, I was accepted. I was encouraged. I was shown the right way. She was probably the most amazing, selfless person I ever knew to this day. And she passed away when I was 14. And I had to go back. I had to go back to that life, to my father, who, since his mother had died, was heavy drunk. He was abusing pills. and he beat me uncontrollably. Not a little bit, but a lot. I wore bruises to school daily. But no one protected me. The school never questioned my story. I was scared, and I would say, the cat scratched my face. The dogs did it. My brother did it. I fell. I fell down the steps. I fell off my bike. I had a million reasons why. The bruises, the scratches, the cuts, they were there. That was the physical part. That was easier to deal with than the mental part of it. The being told that you were never good enough. The put downs nonstop. You're ugly, you're fat, you are stupid, you're a slut, you're a whore. Quite painful. And, at the end of the day, I was none of those things. I'm no beauty queen, but as a teenager, I was a very small child. And I carried that with me my entire life. I never had any self-worth, and I never felt like I would ever be good enough for anything. I don't think that people quite understand what we go through as adults. I mean, I have been receiving help from psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, counselors since I was 15 years old. At 15, I was clinically diagnosed with depression, and I was medicated at the time with Zoloft and at night to help me sleep because I was so scared. At 15 years old, 10 to 20 milligrams of Ambien per night. It was stupid, and I had no safe place. I had no one who cared anymore. I wasn't loved. I wasn't secure. I was afraid of what would happen every day. I was constantly threatened that he would send me back to my mother. And, once he actually did, he knew what could happen, what she was capable of. And beyond that, that the guy she married was a pedophile. And, they, I guess, were the perfect couple, but he sent me there when I was 16. I don't even have to explain what happened at that point. But it wasn't good. And he was okay with that. He didn't care. It was just, he didn't have to have me around. His biggest hate came from the fact I was a girl. He hates women. He's a very abusive man. my mother, I can't understand. There's no gender specification. She has molested both boys and girls. And he was well aware of this. He knew but didn't leave and never used it against her or tried to protect his children until they got divorced. I make this because there's a failed system. There's a system, CPS, that actually came into our life as a child several times. And even though I was lying to them in the look, they knew I was lying. But they didn't interview me alone. He was right there. And I was scared. I couldn't tell the truth. But then you hear about all of these kids dying. And CPS never got involved. And you hear about people that do nothing wrong. And I'll go more into that later. Because I've been in that situation. But there's no explaining what we go through. Even adults that come out on the other side, better people, there's that hidden part inside of us that nobody knows about. That pain that won't ever go away. And I think it's time that we open up and start letting people know what we've been through. And until we do that, I don't think they will ever find a way to help us better cope. Because right now the focus is on the children that they do know what happened to. There's no focus on adults that went through it and didn't receive the proper help as a child. And the stigma has to go away. It wasn't our fault. It's never your fault for being hurt. That's their fault. They are disgusting, nasty, horrible people. Honestly, if you need somebody to talk to, or you understand the situation, just, let me know. Because I know I'm not alone in this world. I feel like I am, but I know I'm not. I know more people have been through this. And I think it's time we pull together and help each other and stop being ashamed. So, your opinions, your options that you've went and had and so forth, let me know, because I'm ready and I know I'm worth it. I want to be happy. Thank you all. And there will be more with a lot more details of my life coming up soon. So I hope that this helps somebody out there.